It's time to Cele-Brunch.
And we're doing it the French way.
We're showing you how to make savory stuffed homemade crepes.
That will blow your guests away.
Oh, trust us, one bite of these babies
And you'll swear you're in the city of love.
Oh, Count Dracula.
No, Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, Pepe Le Pew. So we're doing French. Hey, everybody, yay! I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
My Monsieur Loon.
Oh, yes. Whatever.
Mademoiselle. Anyway, we're super excited. Can you tell?
Yes.
I mean, we're making crepes. We're doing French. We're doing brunch,
savory crepes.
We're doing savory crepes. I'm speaking with my hands.
Yeah.
So you get started making the crepe batter.
Yes.
Crepe
love it.
batter.
The crepe batter. I got the crepes here. All right. So we are going to do a wet batter. We're going to do some wet ingredients, and then we're going to do some dry ingredients. So the wet ingredients, we've got a quarter cup, three-quarter cup of milk. Oh, thank God for my husband.
Well.
And then I've got 3/4 a cup of heavy cream. And then we have 4 eggs.
4?
4.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm going to just whisk those together.
Whisk them until...
Whisk them together.
Oh, boy, you're in for a long one on this one. Okay, now I've got a nice large skillet over here. We're going to start making the various components of these incredible stuffed savory crepes. Now I'm going to cook up some...
What is that?
I'm going to do some Italian sausage. I know, it's like we're making crepes.
No, but what did you just throw in there?
I'm going to tell them.
Oh, okay.
I like to, you can do this on the grill or you can cook these in a skillet. I just added, that's probably about a 1/4 cup of beef stock.
Oh.
And you could do any kind of sausage that you like, but I just think this is sweet Italian sausage. We're starting off with Italian, but you know, it really works wonderfully.
It's right next to the French
They're very good
Riviera.
friends.
The
They're
French
very,
Riviera and the Italian Riviera right there.
Yeah, they are. So I'm going to continue cooking this until it gets fully, really beautifully cooked, and you're probably going to need to add a little more of this as you go.
Wonderful. And now
How you doing over there?
I'm going to do, yes, I got my wet ingredients done.
Okay, good.
Now I'm going to do my dry ingredients,
Yeah.
which are, this is a cup of flour.
Yeah,
Just
all
throw
purpose.
that in there, yep. And then I have just some salt and pepper. That's a
1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah, a 1/4 teaspoon. It says it right there. And then we've got a 1/2 quarter, an 1/8. I'm not really, my math wasn't a real strong
It
point
wasn't,
for me.
yeah.
And then I'm just going to mix these together really quick. And then I'm going to
Get this
add
out of your way.
my wet ingredients. I'm going to do, I guess I'll do 1/2 of it.
Yeah.
And then add another 1/2 once I've got that incorporated. So here we go, a little 1/2.
Okay, now vigorously
Yes.
whisk.
Oh, Lord.
You know, there's a lot of things that the Loon is good at, but I have realized that he is an amazing whisker.
I'm not really a good whisker.
Or you drink whiskey.
Yeah, no, that was back in the day.
That was years ago. Yeah. All right, keep whisking
All
away.
right.
I'm just cooking these sausages over here. They smell already amazing.
So how much do I need to whisk
it's good.
this?
No, you're good. You're
All right.
just
Can
get
I
it
do
nice
the-
incorporated. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll work as a team.
All right.
Now you keep whisking vigorously,
All right.
and I am going to pour the rest of this in. This just ensures a very smooth batter.
Okay.
Did you get that egg fully?
Well, I did right now.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Keep whisking. You don't want it to be lumpy.
No lumps, no lumps. But aren't we going to strain it as well?
We are, but you know that's clumps of flour that are in there. So
Oh,
you're
right,
good.
right.
You're doing
Woo!
it. I know it's a workout.
I'm schwitzing.
I know.
All right.
Okay, now you see how this has started to...
Wow, it smells
I know.
it smells really good.
smells amazing.
Here comes Flo.
Yeah, here comes
right
Flo.
when the sausage is getting done.
Yeah,
There you go.
so
Go
this,
on,
you
Flo.
see how that has already started to evaporate. I have my skillet on pretty high flow. So just add a little more. It kind of almost like caramelizes a little bit
love it.
and
I
adds
love
like
it.
added flavor that is just wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes, I think I got...
So now you need to you can do this, you can make this batter up to, can you see me through all the steam? They're like up to a day in advance. That's what's really cool. You can also make
Wonderful.
the crepes up to a day
What do
in
you
advance.
think?
But that's good, that's perfect.
All right.
But you need to let it chill for at least 30 minutes. So that means...
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chill for 30 minutes.
You go chill, why don't you? And I'm going to finish these cooking, and then we're going to move on to the next component of the filling.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm speaking to you through a sauna.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the next component.
Yes.
We got these sausages.
Look at those sausages.
They're so beautiful. So we
You
let
threw
them.
in some more.
You might want to have up to a couple of cups of that stock handy. You just don't want it to completely, because then if it evaporates and then they may burn. Plus it gives lots of good flavors. So now you start. Oh,
Then we got this lovely spinach.
It's fresh spinach. I would recommend using fresh spinach. Just make sure you wash it because sometimes it's a little dirty. And then you're going to want to remove the stems. And this is 10 ounces. Okay, so now we've got a pot of boiling water, and man, is it boiling. And this does not take long for this to cook down and wilt and become beautiful. Oh, I left the stem in there. Oh, well. Okay.
Oh, no.
That's okay. So
all things are ruined.
Oh, I know. Call it off. Okay, this only takes like a minute. So, all right,
well,
you start slicing those.
While we're waiting for that, I'm going to slice these into
thin little slivers.
slivers.
I got to tell you, Wesley we've been happily married for 32 years, I think. A long time. We're old. And when we were youngsters, when we lived back in New York City, there was a place that we lived in the West Village. We can't even find pictures of it. We're so old.
Yeah.
But it was called the Hudson Corner Cafe. We lived on Hudson Street.
Yes, we had a cute little park. We actually just went back to that apartment
and we
recently.
did. It's amazing to go back. Anyway, it was springtime. It was the first warm day in New York City after a hard, cold winter.
Yeah.
And everyone was out, and we were like, let's go have brunch at the Hudson Corner Cafe. And so we sat out on the patio. We were so excited. And Wesley, as usual, cannot. What's wrong?
That thing was driving me crazy.
Just use your fingers. So he was like, I don't know what to order. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to get these crepes that are filled with savory ingredients like sausage. And he said, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to like it. Well, he ordered something like he always does, probably like a giant burrito.
Like a double Whopper.
With eggs coming out the sides. Anyway, they brought it, and he had such incredible entree envy that to this day he still talks about it. It's so unbelievable.
Good. So we are doing our best to recreate that
dish. We're not doing our best. We are doing it, and we're doing it even better. But I mean, so every time we talk about doing crepes, it's always got to be savory. Although I have so much fun making them. We're going to do them again before too long, and we're going to do some sweet ones.
Totally.
Okay. Now you see how this is beautifully done.
That looks
great. You probably
great.
Can't see it from above because of all the steam. But I'm using my trusty old pasta pot here, just because I can lift this up and try not to create a disaster. And you're going to want to let this drain. And
can't you just take the whole thing with you?
Well, normally what I would do, but I wanted to have everyone to be able to share it with you. I would just take it over to the sink and
watch out for that dog.
Yes, I know. That would be disastrous. So you want to let that just completely drain, and then when it's cool enough to handle, you're going to squeeze that excess liquid out. Okay, so now the spinach is the second component.
And I've saved a couple of nuggets just for me to nibble on.
Of course you did. We would expect nothing less. Okay, so we are moving here, folks.
Yay!
Okay, now I've got my skillet here, and I'm heating it up, and we are going to put in 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I'm going to sit here for a couple of minutes while it melts. Okay, so now I've got 1 whole shallot that I have chopped, and
shallots are my favorite.
I love shallots. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to cook this in this beautiful butter until it gets nice and soft, and that's 4 minutes. Okay, this is ready. So
that looks good. It smells good. Everything
smells so good. So I'm going to go ahead. This is 16 ounces, 1 pound of just good old button mushrooms that I sliced and then I cut into. I sort of just chopped them. They're going to cook down as they reduce, but you don't want too big of chunks because we're rolling them in these crepes. So
I wanted to say something about my sausage here.
Yes.
Now. Some of it's a little pink in the middle, but that's okay because we're going to cook these in the oven.
We're going to bake them for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of good too because then the juice kind of comes out. Adds to the flavor. And I don't think I also need to let you know the spinach. That's 10 ounces. So I'm going to hit these with a little bit of salt.
And that wasn't baby spinach. That was
right. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. No, I prefer cooking with fresh spinach as opposed to baby spinach. Baby spinach is awesome when you're making salads, but for cooking, I think the big spinach, the big spinach, the grown-up spinach.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna cook this until it cooks down and it starts to release its liquid, and then it's time to make crepes. Okay, so we've got all of our components here. We
Yay.
are moving and shaking like we're heading down to the Mediterranean. Okay.
Oui,
oui. So here we go. Oui. So we've got these beautiful mushrooms right here. They cook down.
Here,
they
let me just make sure.
Cook. They got nice and tender.
Look at those.
They're gorgeous, and then just transfer them to another bowl. Yeah. Here's all of that spinach went dwindled down to just that little amount, but that's perfect. That's really all you need. It's going to mix perfectly.
That's funny.
I know.
I wish that happened to me when I got wet.
Yeah. Well, that's another story. So anyway, so what we did when it was cool enough to handle, or at least close enough to it, just pull that out of the pan and then just squeeze it. It really holds a lot of that water, and you want to get as much of that water out of there, because if you don't, then it will escape later when it's baking and get everything soggy. And then I just got a knife and just chopped it up and put it over here.
Chopped it up.
So I'm gonna in a little bit, we're going to bring this all together with an amazing bechamel sauce that is just insane, but we're not quite there yet, because what are we going to make?
Crepes!
We're making crepes! All right, but first we got our gorgeous batter.
Yes.
Before I hand over the honors to the Loon, we're going to strain this batter that has been chilling for, it's actually been in there for like a good 30 minutes. Oh.
There we go.
So this is amazing. So this, it depends on what size of crepes that you want to make. We're making smaller ones. We're doing our, what is that? That's I think our 8-inch nonstick. You're definitely going to want to use a nonstick. If you are really into making crepes, you may have a crepe maker, like we saw in Paris, that we'll tell you about in just a moment.
Yes.
But if not, you can go with like a non-stick pan. Definitely use non-stick. We're going the smaller, but you could use a 12-incher. Where I'm going with all of this is that we're probably going to have some of this left over, but it's okay because it keeps.
All right.
And you can make more crepes.
Can I start making crepes?
Tell me to shut the crepe up.
Thank you. All right, so Chris told you all about what we got here.
Yeah.
I've got a little oil here, just a little bit. That I don't want a bunch. I want to just make sure it's on the bottom of my
This just
pan.
helps. I mean, you don't have to
obviously this is a non-stick.
It's a non-stick. That's canola oil.
Yes.
And what's really key here is keep your heat pretty low. We've got this set on a low setting. Once you get more comfortable with doing it, you can crank the heat up a little bit, but just do it nice and low.
And I just used a 1/4 cup for this.
That's a 1/4 cup.
And I'm just gonna do this. This is the trick. Just
swirl.
move it around, move it around.
Wesley's good at the swirl.
Ooh.
He's got the technique.
And so we're just gonna let this sit here for a second. Then you'll start to see it kind of get a little harder.
It'll start
on
to
the
set.
edge. Yes, this is so exciting.
I know it is. It's so much fun. Maybe we're just extra dorky and we get excited over making crepes, but I think you'll have fun too.
It's fun.
Okay. So we should just say your first one always count is just going to be your test run.
Yes.
We're using our trusty stovetop here, which is very different from our stove. So
this is my test one. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can flip it.
Give it a flip.
All right. Let's see. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, hold on.
There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm telling you, it takes you to find just that right temperature, and maybe it takes 1 or 2 tries. Plus, we also, because we're human and we're so excited about making crepes, we forgot to add a little component.
Yes.
So we make them without this butter that I'm about to add, but it's even better with butter. So I've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter.
So this truly was a test.
It's a test on so many levels.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm just, look at that. It makes it so much more luxurious. Yeah. So you continue to cook that until it gets kind of nice and brown.
I'm just gonna flip it again. See how we're doing.
Don't overdo it. I mean, you got to let it do its job.
All right.
Typically, once you finally get the right temperature, it doesn't take long at all. It takes about 2 minutes on one side, it firms up, and then you flip it, and it's probably like another 2 minutes on that side. So this is our test run, and then we're really going to get going.
Yes. All right. We're going to give this one.
This is looking good.
Yeah, this one is a keeper.
We had it on really low, and so you don't have to have it that low.
Yeah.
Because it'll take you 4 hours.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Flip!
Beautiful! Yay! The Loon flipped!
Yay.
I'm flipping for the Loon! Yay, that's beautiful.
I'm so nervous.
I know, it is. The first time you do, you're like, I don't know if I can make crepes. And then it becomes like, oh, this is a snap.
Yeah, totally.
Beautiful.
All right, so we're going to make all of these.
We're gonna make anywhere from 8 to 10 because we're gonna put them in a 9 by 13 baking dish. Like I said, you'll probably have a little batter over, but that's okay. You can make more tomorrow.
Yay! Let's see what this side looks like real quick. Oh, forget it. All right.
I love
Look at
making
these
crepes.
Crepes.
Those are so. Once we finally got our heat right, they're so beautiful.
Y'all, look at that.
And we made 8 of them. We separated them with wax paper. So now we're going to make a beautiful French bechamel sauce. And I've got bechamel, 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I have melted. And we are going to create a...
Oh, my voice is... I'm not in a good voice today.
No. Anyway, all right. So we're going to continue to stir this until it's well incorporated. And we're going to cook that flour taste out. And that's going to take just about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. All right. So now we are good. Now I have got 2 cups of milk over here. And always make sure you got your whisk handy because you want to start whisking. I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
I whisk better with my left hand. Okay. So,
some whisking skills.
I've had a whisking accident before, and it just you never really recover from it. I got to say, it's tough. Okay. So this is 2 cups of whole milk. We're having so much fun.
I love it.
And we're going to let that roux do her job, and she's going to thicken this up to just a really nice, beautiful gravy. Okay, now you see how that's nice and thick? It's really, really beautifully thick.
So that is gorgeous.
I know. Now we're going to get it even more luxurious, and I'm adding a cup of heavy cream in here.
Wow.
Oh, this is so good. This is just so quintessential French.
Cream on cream on cream.
I know. Now I get
butter.
And butter. I know. So now I've been making this sort of thing for a long time, and but I've also learned that this is our take on it. We're not French. We probably maybe are doing something wrong. So those of you who know, then please let us do.
We're doing what we know.
We do what we do.
And these are delicious.
But sometimes we get yelled at because we're like, you're not.
Well, we're not. You know what? We're making food that we like.
I know, and hopefully you'll like. So that was. Let me tell you, I was on my soapbox. So let me tell you what. You go ahead and stir that. Yeah. That was. I love it. That's a mix of just. It's basically a pinch, like 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, ground nutmeg. And what that does is it just gives a balance of a little bit of zest and a little bit of warmth through the nutmeg.
Sweetness? Oh no, that's
that would be
sugar.
Sugar would be sweet. That is definitely true. Okay, so now I'm just get this nice and so we're going to put a little bit of this into that to kind of bring it all together, and then you're going to help me stir.
Yeah,
you're going to stir
let me get a stir.
No, I've got one. I got a ladle here.
Oh, okay.
What are you getting?
I'm to stir this.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. Okay, so now see how it's continuing to thicken a little bit. It's just wonderful. Okay.
All right, come on over. I'm going to spoon. How much? Just a whole ladle?
Yeah.
Like that?
I'd say you're going to want to do about 1/2 cup. That just helps kind of bring it all together. Yeah. Okay.
That'll bind it together.
Yeah. Now, now you go ahead and stir that. As if that wasn't good enough, we've got some Gruyere here, and this really just makes this sauce divine.
Wow,
so
this is. Yeah, look at that, y'all.
That is beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you got to look everywhere.
I know, there's so much. It's like, being in Paris. Speaking of being in Paris, you guys, we took the most amazing trip in France back a few years ago with my mom and dad, and it was truly the trip of a lifetime. If you, it was
one of those river cruises. It was a Viking river cruise.
It was a beautiful.
If you can do it, do it. They're amazing. And we went down. Was it the Seine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just.
Bonjour everywhere.
I was like, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
And we ate crepes, I think, every morning. I did, at least.
We did. I know. And the food, you guys know this. The food in
look at that.
All of France, beautiful. All of France is just, you go into like a hole in the wall, and it's like, this is the best sandwich or the best thing I've ever had. They know how to make food delicious.
All right.
So now
I'm going to bring this over again.
Okay,
We're
good.
Going to spoon some onto here, down here into the bottom. Oh,
you want to pour it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's be brave and do it.
Is that good?
That's great. Yeah, just a thin layer.
There we go. Then we're gonna... I'm like, just a thin layer?
Yeah, well.
We don't want to bathe in it. Hold on, I got to stretch it.
You're good.
I got to stretch it.
The adventures of us in the kitchen making French
Look at that.
That is
That
amazing.
looks wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to start to roll my crepes.
I think we may be breaking a record for the longest video of all time. Okay.
All right.
But that's okay. You guys are having fun. You guys, this is, so we call this a Cele-Brunch because, this is quintessential brunch. But as you can see, it's a little bit of a project. You can make the crepes ahead of time. You can make all of the filling ahead of time. And then you can do actually, you can really do everything ahead of time and then stick it in the oven. Yes. But I think it's also sort of what we call our weekend foodie fun.
Yeah.
Because it is a little bit of a project. But when you taste the end result,
oh, y'all,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
It's amazing.
So, okay, we're going to finish.
Hopefully, you can see all this. Now, hold on. I'm gonna
that is beautiful, Wesley.
Oh, I'm losing my. There we go.
You're losing your.
There we go.
Oh my goodness
Hold on, I want to make
gracious!
sure people see what I'm doing.
Oh,
yeah, just.
This is a work of art. I'm telling you, it's going to be showing up in the Louvre. Okay, we're going to do these, and then we're going to top it and bake it.
Yay.
Oh,
look at that, y'all.
It's beautiful.
We rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled.
I know. It was crepey, I tell you.
It's gravy.
It's
crepey.
And now we are just going to go to town, and we're going to top it with, look at that.
Yeah, just
with
bring
this
it on down.
Amazing Gruyere
down.
Bechamel sauce. Oh, boy.
Right down the middle.
I know.
Come on.
Wesley, let me do my thing. I always feel like they're like French enchiladas. I mean, it's insane. Look
good. At that, y'all.
Okay, so that is great. Now we're going to top it even with a little more cheese because why not? We got some grated Parmesan.
Oh wow!
I'm going to just do about a quarter cup.
Oh, so we're going Italian in there too, like a fusion.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheese.
Oh, because it's got Italian sausage.
That's right. Okay, so we've got our oven preheated to 300.
Cheese.
Cheese is cheese. 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to let it go for 30 minutes till the golden bubbly, and then we're eating them.
Yay.
The time is here. Okay. If it tastes as good as it smells.
Oh wow.
Oh my stars. Wow.
Okay.
That is.
It smells so good.
Smells
y'all.
like a Parisian bistro. I'm sorry. I'm beside myself. Okay, we're gonna finish this off with a little bit of chopped.
There we go.
Chives, just because it adds just a little punch of flavor.
That is. Of course, that is boiling right now.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
So excited.
I'm really excited. Okay, should we let it cool for a second, or do you want to go in?
No, come on.
All right.
We've all waited for so long.
We have waited.
Right.
I mean, talk about the anticipation. These are typically a little sturdier than, say, enchiladas, but I'm sure it's going to be disastrous me getting this to your plate. So
here, let's do this way. Here.
Oh, you want to do it long ways?
Here, let's.
Okay. I would do it the other way.
There we go. Watch out.
Okay, watch out.
Watch out.
Here we go. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Wow. That is amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'll get my own.
Okay. There's a little sausage sitting in there.
I know.
Okay, y'all. Okay.
Bring this over here.
You got it?
Yes. I just want to get it on my plate.
Yeah, there you go.
Gorgeous. You know what's fun is you can also do these in little individual casserole dishes. I've done that before. It's fantastic.
Oh, that would be adorable.
Yeah, and then you don't have to go through that process.
Yes. Okay, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna first of all break into this just so people can see the innards.
Crepes are so fluffy.
Oh, look at that. Let's see. Ooh.
Wow. Okay, you're gonna need to blow on this, I think.
I think
You guys,
so.
I wish you were here.
This looks like a brunch to remember.
I can feel it in my bones.
Hold on, or why don't I use a knife? I don't
No one's
understand.
gonna ever figure that one out.
Here, let me just go. I'm gonna get there.
Okay, we're all ready. I'm gonna blow on it. Okay, here we go. It's hot.
It's hot, but it is good. Wow.
That is
Those flavors.
just something.
Y'all, Y'all.
I think is that how they say it in Paris?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Those crepes.
The crepes are delicious. The filling.
I know the filling. Oh. And that Mornay. It's a Mornay sauce, by the way.
Oh, that Mornay. Oh. Yeah, a marshmallow with a little cheese is called a Mornay.
Meet me in the Mornay.
Tell me. Meet me in the Mornay. All right. Wow. The crepe and the Mornay and the sausage and the mushrooms and the.
This is so much fun. You can make this in advance. People will full up.
Can I give my judgment?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
These are 10,000% low approved.
Wait. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to make these.
Yes.
It's a fun project.
It's a fun brunch too.
Oh, it's incredible. We love you so much.
Oh, this reminds me of Paris. It reminds me of New York. Oh,
it will remind you of fun times. All right, we love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.